What does training crazy racehorses have to do with you increasing your average sales price? Hey guys, it's John Wentworth helping you dominate real estate. Last week I showed you how impactful raising your average sales price can be. And today I'm going to give you 5 tips, 5 things that you can look into your business to help you increase your average sales price. But let's go back, right? So I used to train racehorses, and I always loved these New Zealand horses because they were kind of wild and crazy, and nobody else really wanted to train them, and I had success with them. And a gentleman said to me one day, he said, John, if you become known for training crazy racehorses, guess what you're always going to train? Crazy racehorses. And that's no way to earn a living. And I'm like, wow, that was pretty impactful. So what does that have to do with real estate and increasing your average sales price? Well, if you're known for always selling $50,000 homes, guess what you're going to continue to keep selling, right? $50,000 homes. Now, there's nothing wrong with selling $50,000 homes. In fact, one of the best deals that I've ever had in my life was a $15,000 home, because it's really about how we can impact people. But at the same time, right? If you're going to sell 40 homes a year, obviously, if you can increase your average sales price, that's going to have a profound impact on your business and on your family, right? So what are the 5 things that we can do to increase our average sales price? Well, first, know your farm to grow your farm. What does that mean? Well, if you're farming a neighborhood and it's filled with $150,000 homes, those are the homes that you're going to sell, right? So, when you're looking for a new farm, a new area to farm, you've got to know the data, right? You've got to know your farm to grow your farm. You have to know the total number of homes in the neighborhood. You have to know the number of homes sold in the last 12 months, because that will give you the turnover rate, right? And then you want to understand the market share of agents in the last 12 months. The last thing you want to do is go into a subdivision with all these big, beautiful houses and spend a bunch of money and then realize, oh, nobody sells a home in here, right? And so you have to identify those areas and those neighborhoods. So growing your farm is important. And then if you want to move the needle on your average sales price, farm. Instead of farming that $150,000 subdivision, farm the 250 or the 300. It's going to make a big difference. But be sure to understand, you can't just buy your way in, right? You've got to lead with some data, right? Be careful not to jump in deep waters when you're not ready for them. So how do you lead with data? Well, use buy-side transactions to farm an area where you're attempting to get listings, right? So this is a strategy that works really well. You sell a home, right, in a subdivision that you recognize fits the farm that you want to farm. And so you sell a buy-side transaction, and then you take that sale and you market that sale to the subdivision. That's going to give you the ability to farm that area quicker. Now, that could be with postcards, that could be with door knocking, but you're not just going to rely on that one singular sale. You're also going to send some, maybe you're sending, hey, what's going on? Uncle Dave just drove by. Maybe you're sending, postcards of the sale. Maybe you're door knocking. Maybe you're sending client testimonial postcards. Things that you can continually share with the people in the subdivision so that they know that you're the authority. So using your buy-side sales. Number 3, change your lead source in the areas that you're purchasing leads. Look, right, as realtors, we all buy leads. We spend $30,000 a month on Zillow for our agents, right? So it's an important part of our business. And obviously, I want to buy leads in the areas that are going to have the highest, right, opportunity when it comes to average sales price. So that seems really simple, but I see so often people will buy leads, whether it's Zillow or any other lead source, and they buy them in the zip codes that have low average sales prices. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. It costs the same to buy in those zip codes for the most part, give or take. So make sure you're focusing on zip codes where you're already known and trusted, and then also look to increase the sales price of those that you're buying leads in. Number 4, I hate to say it, but sell your listings for more money. Right? So yes, put time and effort in marketing into your listings, which you should be doing already, but we see so often that people are not, to increase the sales price of the homes that you're selling. Now, that's not going to move the needle hugely, but it's what we're supposed to do. It's what we're hired to do. But again, if you can increase, 10% over 30 sales a year, that's going to have a profound impact. Number 5, and this one is important and often overlooked. I think a lot of these seem remedial, but they're overlooked, right? The brokerage that you're at. has such an impact on your average sales price. We've had people join our brokerage from other areas and from inside of our area, and in the first year increase their average sales price right out of the gate. And within 2 or 3 years really have, I'm talking about moving the needle hundreds of thousands of dollars inside of their average sales price. So, that is a huge one. Choose the proper brokerage to work for that has the reputation of selling the higher end homes, right? Change your environment. You are the company you keep, right? And it holds true at the workplace as well. So does your brokerage have the highest average sales price in your market? Is your brokerage often listing higher priced homes and selling them? And then do you have the opportunity to sell those listings also, right? Like, okay, we list a lot of high-end homes, and we have agents servicing those leads that come in, and we have agents servicing those open houses, which gives them the opportunity. Because if you're at a brokerage that has a bunch of high-end listings, but you don't get to see them or touch them, well, then obviously you're not going to have an opportunity to sell them, right? So make sure that you're at a brokerage that provides those opportunities on those higher-end homes. So those, I think, are the 5 that you can really focus on without spending a bunch of money, right? And I know that if you focus on those, it's going to help you increase your average sales price. And again, just increasing your average sales price a little bit can have a big impact at the end of the year. So I hope you found those tips useful. If you say, hey, I need some more information, shoot me a direct message. I'll help you any way I can. And otherwise, have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. Peace and hair grease. As always, go dominate real estate and serve the people.